بعد قلب الدهر ما بيه ما
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to another episode of our Muharram series. So, one of the recurring themes in our series is discussing the objectives and goals of the movement of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam, which in short was the truth. Now, this truth obviously has different manifestations in the material realm. Now, in case you're wondering why do we constantly stress on this matter, it's because, well, if we don't understand the Imam's objective and goals, or if the Imam didn't have clear objectives and goals, then there would be no chance of us understanding his actions and behaviors in the first case, and no value and significance to his actions in the latter. In fact, the objectives of Imam al-Hussain has been the topic of discussion and study since his very martyrdom, and historians and scholars have spent years trying to comprehend the goals which Karbala achieved. And this is where we can better see the significance of having goals and that of the goals of Karbala. Each scholar or historian developed a different assessment of the character of Imam al-Hussain based on their own value system and perception, which led to a different understanding of the goals. As those who had more materialistic inclinations saw the movement as just a political crusade, while those who had a loftier value system and spiritual proclivities, or at least were more accepting of them, identified the objectives of the Imam as incorporeal and transcendent of material gains. But at the end of the day, almost all of them were unanimous on the rightfulness of what the Imam was fighting for. And that's exactly the thing. No matter the predisposition, almost everyone can understand that the Imam's goals were noble and rooted in high human values. And the reason is that, number one, the Imam had pure intentions, which preserved the essence of his actions. And number two, his goals had all the qualities that a good and desired goal should have, such as being clear, well-defined, godly, and realistic. And yes, I said realistic. Check out our video on moral standards of Ashura about that. Right. With that said, let's try to see how much of those qualities we can bring into our personal domain. And in order to do that, we'll look at a few more reasons why it's crucial for us to lay out goals and objectives for ourselves, just for good measure. So, we all want meaningful and fulfilling lives. We want to feel satisfied with ourselves and be able to look in the mirror and feel proud of the person looking back. You see, when we set goals and objectives, it brings about a great degree of accountability. We develop a sense of responsibility toward those goals, and with each day, we can assess how far we've come and how hard we've tried in order to reach our goal. Additionally, it grants us direction and purpose, which it obviously would, as all aims do, and this direction and purpose drive us on a daily basis and motivate us in moments when we need a nudge to get back on our feet. Furthermore, it is only through setting clear and well-defined goals that we can discover and achieve our potentials. Think about it. If we didn't have an objective to focus our energy and effort on, we would not be able to identify our talents, interests, capacities, and fields of competence. Another thing I personally learned from setting goals in my life is that it helps me better align and uphold my values and become disciplined. Since my goals are meant to be based on my values, through exerting effort into obtaining the goal, my values become deeper rooted and instilled in me. While on the other hand, by observing the quality of the outcomes of my goals, I can assess my values and performance and perhaps even refine them. There's so many other benefits to having goals in life, but I think before we wrap this up, we need to mention another, if not the most important aspect of this concept, and that is, what should our goal be? I feel like somehow this question has answers in our discussion regarding priorities as well. So maybe check that out. But through contemplating the movement of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam and the model he provided us with, we can pretty much pick up the fact that the only things worthy of being our goal and objective, or priority, as we said in other episodes, are those that can be eternal, those which will bring about success in this world and the next, those worth fighting for and putting blood, sweat, and tears into. A goal that is rooted in the satisfaction of Allah. Because, as the Imam proved to us, a goal that is for the sake of God will endure through the ages, in addition to bringing eternal felicity. But goals that are rooted in temporary and ever-changing material elements do not last. And after 1400 years, you'll still get hate for your bad choices, or you'll totally be forgotten if you're lucky, whilst people still chant the name of Imam al-Hussein's horse. Peace and blessings be with you.